Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
What's going on, my fitness seekers all over the world? khpfitness here, and man, this is a bit off of my usual fitness topics, but whenever I'm reviewing videos, I can always take something from it and apply it to fitness. So whenever I'm doing that, I give it my perspective from a fitness aspect, and that can help others translate it into fitness too, because most people aren't into fitness, but if you can find something that'll correlate, usually it'll make the transitions a lot easier. I got this news from a buddy of mine telling me, man, you gotta see this, and he sends me a photo, and I'm thinking, what is this, some new movie or something that happened? Because I wasn't even aware that the Oscars was going on at the time. And then I had to go back and watch what happened, and to my surprise, craziness again. And if we all know, when it comes to Will, this is not his first situation with smacking somebody.
Hey, man. Come on, man. What the hell is your problem, buddy? All right. Hey, sorry. You just kissed me in my mouth. Joker, you lucky I ain't sucker punching. Oh, sorry. I said that on camera. Yeah, no, it's all good.
It's not his first situation with getting crazy out of character. That's Will. That's Will, man. But it seems like a lot of build-up in the midst of that. Now, this goes back, and I'm not going to touch deep about the whole entanglement thing. That's messy stuff. But I can see how that led up to the point of him acting the way he did. Not justifying it at all. Chris Rock was a complete professional, and I think that's how you need to keep it and handle it off stage. Even if it's 5 minutes in the bathroom with a little knuckle up. But at the end of the day, catching the man off guard like that, it's not a good move, not a good look. And it looks like a lot of this started way back when. Looking back in 2016, he made jokes about Wild Wild West. He made jokes about Jada being invited to the Oscars, and when she was trying to boycott it, and how she wanted him out of there, but that was after he was saying that nobody invited you in the first place. And this is a joke. This is comedians. They're going to joke. They're going to hit below the belt. It happens, man. It's a part of the business. But at the same time, whenever you come at a man's wife, I can understand how people can feel that way. I've had an incident like that myself. No hands, but had to tell a lady, like, keep my lady out your mouth, man. That's not where you want to go. And from what the pictures show, it looks like they got along pretty okay, at least back in the day when Jaden was real small and all of this. It's a lot of nonsense. But for me, I wouldn't have taken that route because it shows how people can get to you. And being in Hollywood, I'm an outsider looking in. I've never had those kind of pressures to have to perform and look a certain way for everyone, except for like in my day-to-day, which is how this translates. I have to keep up a certain energy when it comes to client. I have to keep a certain energy going because I can't come to them and just be all out of whack. All right. Yep. Let's go to the next set. Yep. Push-ups. Yep. Because if I did that, not a lot of clients will be hiring me. I'll tell you that right now. I would not have online clients and everything like that. It wouldn't be an energy thing. And people pick up on that energy and they're like, "Ooh, I don't want to train with that guy. What's wrong with him, man? What's happening with this guy?" But even with that kind of pressure, you still have to do your absolute best to stay in your frame. That goes from fitness, that goes into whatever you're doing. You have to stay in your frame. You cannot let people knock you out of your frame with a few jokes. especially if it's not malicious. Now, sometimes when we're first getting in, it might seem malicious. Like when I went vegan, it was a malicious thing to me, at least. The people were making jokes, so you're gonna lose all your gains. They were saying that you don't know what you're talking about. You make your wife eat this, and ha ha ha, laughing it up. And it took it kind of harder than I would have taken it. Now that I'm 6 years into it, I just laugh that off and I always say, it's funny how y'all make fun of the biggest guy in the room or the strongest guy in the room, and I just happen to be that vegan. And everybody gets quiet about that. That's what I did to start countering people. I started letting people have their opinions, man. That is just what it's going to be. You're going to make a joke, and it is what it is. It doesn't stop my money flow. It doesn't stop anything about the world. And it's not going to stop you from reaching your potential, your genetic potential. You just have to keep improving and on the forum, and eventually what will happen is they will turn the corner and be asking you for advice. I remember that when I first started too. It was, oh, he ain't doing that. No, he going vegan. Now it's, hey man, what's going on with that vegan diet? You seem to be doing pretty good on it. So I tell people, you have to take it one day, because people flip-flop all the time, man. They will be on one side and they will turn onto the other side, especially if they have no validity to what they're saying. One part that really stood out about me is he was remorseful about it because he had to think about it on the hindsight, but that's never a good way to think, because that'll put you in deep trouble in the midst of it. Denzel Washington, good dude. You can see the disappointment in his eyes, even though he told him he loved him. And Will was like, thank you. He can see the disappointment in him. He's saying that, you're going to get tested, man. Whether you believe in God or not, like he said, that you're going to get tested. And when you're at your highest point, tests are going to happen to you. So you can see that look in his eyes, like he had to reel him in. And I think Will caught himself and then apologized to the community. So that's an energy you have to keep up, and you cannot put hands on everybody. Imagine fighting somebody every time you were in the gym or out and about and somebody says something about you. Oh, that shirt's too tight, bro. Or, oh man, look at you. You only lifting 215 pounds. I lift 300. Imagine fighting somebody every time that went down. You would be getting kicked out of a lot of places and probably be in jail. Now, Will has the know-how and PR to get himself out of situations like this, and especially since it looks like Chris Rock is not pressing charges. So that's a lucky hit for him, but we don't have that same privilege. So we have to operate in a different factor, because that's definitely a night in jail and a day in court on that particular. Possibly probation, possibly jail if we did something like that. So never let anybody take you off your stride, man. Keep your fitness and keep your goals in life your goals, and they're going to say what they're going to say. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an emotionless person. It hits to a point, but as you get more catered to it, you start realizing that they're going to say what they're going to say. It's not worth it at the end of the day. And I hope you guys can take that from what I've given you here. Stay on top of your game, whether that's family, whether that's jokes from friends. Don't let anybody push you off, because when you let people push you off, you end up being in the same situation that they're in, and that's why they want to, kind of joke at you and give you a hard time, because they see you improving yourself. And typically people within your circle, they're not improving themselves, so they want to keep you where you are. So that's why you become brand new and everything like that. Take this, apply it to everything you do, guys. Don't be like Will. Don't do it. Don't be slapping people. Don't be going crazy. Don't let the pressures get you.